You already know. Don't give me no Bama weed, baby. Another one. Black Creed. Let's get it. The LA to the world. Legend. Legendary interview. Don't give me no Bama weed, homie. You already know. Homie coming in right. What's up, boys to the streets? What up, bro? What up? Man, oh, I'm interviewing you soon, girl. In the SSC, don't give me no bang no weed. You don't smoke that shit. In the SSC, don't give me no bang. In the SSC, don't give me no bang or joy. It's the Black Sea Perfect timing.
What's up with you, baby?
What's up, brother?
Man, just chilling, you know.
Man, I appreciate you for stopping by real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take these blessings. That's right. My ancestors right there, brother.
Yes, yes.
Hey, so please ask quick questions. We got a little bit of time. We're just gonna get right into it, brother. So I really appreciate you stopping by, man. You know, for me, I just want to say something real quick. Is growing up, I'm 38 years old. You feel me? So growing up in the 90s and doing what I did in the streets, you motivated us to have higher standards to the weed we were selling, to the weed we were smoking, and to the lifestyle we were living. And so I just wanted to appreciate you, you know, for all my homeboys from my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is Barrio South Park. You know what I mean? The South Park. And shout out to all the neighborhoods in Santa Rosa, but especially my neighborhood, South Park, who we bump your music every day, bro.
Man, appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? All the love and support, man. That's what keep me motivated. You know?
Yeah.
That torch lit, man.
Exactly. Well, that's how I wanted to ask you. My first question is, why did you decide to change it from the song No Bama Weed, where you first you had it as Hunter's Point, and then you changed it to SFC? Why'd you do that?
To brag, really, it was you know, that was during the time when you know, we was kind of funking with Fillmore, Sunnydale. You know, I'm from Hunters Point, of course, and I could have put it out as, you know, we don't smoke, don't give me no Bama joint, we don't smoke that shit in Hunters Point. I could have put it out like that, but then I felt like it would only stay local. It would have been a Hunters Point thing, you know what I mean? It would have been one of those little fly-by-night type things. So what I decided to do was like, man, incorporate the whole city. I was like, you know, man, we got to have Frisco involved, man. So that's why I ended up changing it to don't give me no Bama weed. We don't smoke that shit in the SFC. It was all about a unity thing at the time, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, we gotta bring the city together. We gotta bring Fillmore in, Sunnydale in, you know what I mean? And Lakeview, all, you know, we was already tied to them. But the key was trying to get Sunnydale and Fillmore involved, you know what I mean, in our project, making sure they was gonna support it. Because without them, it wasn't really gonna lead the city like that, you know.
For sure, man. I was, you know, checking out some stuff, and because while I listened to all your music, I didn't know your full story. You feel me? And I heard there's a brother named Budweiser.
Budweiser, yeah, Budweiser. That's my guy. He the one that actually got me started in music. He the one was the key to me going to go get my studio equipment. You know what I mean? I wasn't even trying to buy new equipment, man. I got out of this juvenile facility called Log Cabin Ranch. It's like a year program. I had just got out of juvenile and was just trying to figure out something to do. A couple of my homies was going to jail. Like my best friends who I rolled with every day. One of them was in YA. Two of them was in the penitentiary. So I was kind of just by myself, kind of like, you know, I still had dudes in my neighborhood like Budweiser and them, but as far as the guys who I rolled with every day, you know what I mean? They was gone. So I ended up, Budweiser told me to invest into his career, go buy some equipment, you know, and I had a few dollars at the time. I was a youngster, had a couple thousand. I decided to go to the pawn shop. He showed me everything to get, like, man, you know, buy this, buy that. And I did that, and we was making music in a couple days. You know, that led to me starting to record myself. But so I give all that love and praise to Budweiser. Without him, it wouldn't be no Black Sea, no RBL. You know what I mean? I would have been back out there with a sack, you know, trying to move some crack, to be honest with you.
Exactly. And shout out to Thizzler for that interview, because I got to understand that little part from there, you know. And so that's why I think these are important, bro, because there's such a big story to that people aren't getting, you know. I want to make sure that everybody gets that. Hey, I wanted to ask you, because like for me, I got into photography and into radio, not because I necessarily, like, that was my shit, but nobody else was doing it. So I felt like you were like the guy, the man behind the music, right? But then you just decided what made you just decide to go forward? Because I decided to go forward too, because I was tired of waiting.
Talking about as far as doing the music?
Yep.
Really, it was just motivation from dudes in my neighborhood. You know, I had put out this song called "What About My Niggas," where I'm naming everybody in my neighborhood,
Roll call.
and I was just dabbling with it. You know what I mean? And I was just naming everybody in the hood, and I kind of got that concept from. I remember hearing Too Short saying, you know, you name dudes, putting dudes' names in the songs, they gonna play it. So you put a bunch of popular dudes' names in the song, they gonna roll around playing it, making sure everybody hear it because you gave them a shout out. And I made this song just talking about all my niggas in the hood. You know what I mean? Just all my homies just mentioning their names and saying something positive about them. You know what I mean? Pretty much putting them on a pedestal or whatnot. And it took off. And there was a few dudes in my neighborhood, a few OGs was like, bruh, you got it. Your voice, you got a voice on you. Man, you need to utilize that and actually take this music serious. And I did that. You know what I mean? I was really behind Budweiser, my brother Dre Hype, and this dude named T-Lo who Herm Lewis ended up putting out, you know, on Black Power. I was behind them, and really T-Lo is the real motivation for me even rapping. You know what I mean? I was trying to rap like him and shit. You know what I mean? Sounding like him when I first came out. My first actual couple songs I did, I was actually using his style of rap. And end up getting my own style up out of it.
For sure, man. So this is another thing. I always relate things back to myself. So when I was banging in my neighborhood, homie, I was always somebody that would dress a little different. I was a little more flamboyant. I've always not kind of been afraid to be myself, you know. And I was wondering why were you open, and what made you? I was watching the interview. What made you listen to Wu-Tang? And it seems like Wu-Tang had a little bit of influence in your life, or did it?
Well, I kind of listened. I think we kind of came out a little before Wu-Tang, people like them. We was out about a year or so before them, but
or at least they influenced your music, right? Because I think you said something about that.
Well, Wu-Tang influenced Bluebird. That Bluebird
song.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Yeah, the Bluebird song. I actually got that from that that song where Could It All Be So Simple. They had that little sample, and it was the little bass line up in there. And what I did was I took it and just reflipped it. You know what I mean? I just kind of reflipped it because that was one of my favorite Wu-Tang songs. So I just kind of flipped it, gave it a West Coast feel, and used the old school high go seek little chorus. You know, everybody used to be like, we play high go seek, but there's a bluebird on my shoulder, can I kill it? And you keep saying it till all the kids stop saying, you know, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about. But they definitely was an influence on that song as far as me producing Bluebird. You know, I got the idea from them. But my musical influences is totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wu-Tang. Yeah.
No, for sure. And did you know you were going to have a big influence in the Raza community, the Latino community? Because my whole hood was predominantly Latino, bro. Like 95% Latino, or like 90% Latino, 10% Black, or something like that.
And I didn't even know. I didn't know what type of fans I was gonna have when I first started doing music. To be honest with you, I was just happy to have any. You know, I was just happy, like, man, as long as I get somebody, you know, it's good. But it's crazy, because now I say since Mr. C passing and me putting out the iPhone I album, it was like I don't know.